Well, good day, everyone. My name is Leopold Koff. I'm the president of Local 237, for those who may not know me. And I have James Siew, who is, of course, on our local executive committee, is one of our stewards, and also has a great wealth of knowledge and background, as all of our colleagues do. But in his area, he's got a unique tool that he's going to explain very briefly to you so that you will be excited about joining our learning circles as we schedule them in the coming days and weeks. So what I'm going to do is basically pass it on to James. But this tool is, of course, a very good, useful tool to come up with practical solutions. There will be some of which will be connected to the collective agreement. There'll be others which you will, as group, come up together in terms of coming up with best solutions and approaches, sharing experiences, knowledge, tools that work and don't. And it could sometimes be dealing with subjects that might be considered, well, nerve-wracking or perhaps a little bit confidential, but that's okay as long as everyone agrees that what happens in the Zoom room stays in the Zoom room, and that could be a safe place for you to share openly and, of course, with proper respect for each other. I mean, we're not going to be doing anything that's going to make anyone uncomfortable. So this is about a safe place where we as colleagues can work out solutions to some of the common things that we deal with daily with students and with others, as well as management. All right. So, James, if you want to show what the basic approach is.
Thank you, Leopold. Okay, hi everyone. My name is James Siew. I currently work in the School of Business, and I've done this for actually most of my career. So what I like to do is share a very simple but very powerful methodology that would help. And the reason why we came up with the concept of having a learning circle is that we need to have a safe space, like what Leopold has said. It's an appropriate platform to basically discuss anything of importance, and it's really meant to be an opportunity to dive into what we call social learning. So if you can see my slides here, imagine a session in a learning circle where different people come and you've got different issues or matters that concern you, and you want to sort of table it in an appropriate manner for everyone to sort of provide perspectives. And this sharing of perspectives is really a problem-solving opportunity, and that's exactly what this is about. So imagine any individual coming in with a specific challenge. What we do is we go into basically two modes of thinking in the group setting. First of all, through the asking of questions and creating possibilities and so on, what we're effectively doing is divergent thinking. And there will be a pivot point where we start to converge. And that's where we find solutions through the shared experiences, inputs, and perspectives of all the members involved. And to do this, we're going to use a proven methodology called the six thinking hats. And this has been used very widely in the corporate world and organizations throughout the globe. And this is what we want to offer to our OPSU members here. So I think that should be enough of a overview, Leopold. What do you think? Oh, you're muted, Leopold.
Sorry, unmute. Good Zoom meeting. Maybe you can briefly describe the colors of the hats, just an overview, so that people get a sense of what the purpose of each one of these hats mean.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be delighted to do that. Okay, so let me go back to my screen. Okay. So the six thinking hats was a methodology developed by the late Edward de Bono, who is a very prominent management guru. So the six thinking hats denote different thinking modes. And the purpose of the six thinking hats is to provide us with a basis to focus our thinking, in a group setting so that we don't get distracted by this, and this. So very quickly, the blue hat is the hat that's worn by the facilitator, and blue is the color of authority. So the person who's wearing the blue hat basically facilitates the session. So the blue hat facilitator might suggest to the group, let's start with the white hat. And white hat is symbolic of facts because facts, information, data is neutral. So this is an opportunity to sort of focus on the issues without the distraction of emotions. but emotions are important. So after a period of time, the blue hat facilitator would suggest to the group, let's take off our white hats and let's wear the red hat. And red, as you know, the color of emotion. You know, Valentine's is red, hearts are red, all that stuff. This is also an opportunity for participants to address the issue, but acknowledging that we have certain feelings about the situation. Maybe we're not happy about the way things are going. Maybe we're not particularly satisfied, might be frustrated, and that's very important. And we want to separate the two, the facts part and also the feelings part. And then what we do after that is perhaps launch into green hat thinking, which is all about ideas, because green is the color of creativity. You know, green is everywhere in nature. So this is an opportunity wearing the green hat for the group to come up with all kinds of ideas, things we've never thought about before. And then after that, the facilitator would switch and suggest that the group wear yellow, the yellow hat. And yellow is sunny. So talking about all the benefits, the pros, the advantages. And then after a period of time, we switch to wearing the black hat, which is all about talking about the negatives, the cons to the pros, if you like, and the disadvantages to the advantages. So in a nutshell, the methodology is really to help us to focus by engaging in a very, very specific mode of thinking. And again, this has been used throughout the world and has been in use for decades. It is effective. I think it's only going to help us as an organization.
Wonderful, thank you. And basically, again, it's a matter of combining the data and knowledge with emotion, which is
That's
what
right.
human beings are made up of.
Correct.
And this is a means of addressing that, but and
Mhm.
not ignoring it, but blending it together in a departmentalized way, a compartmentalized way, so
Mhm.
that you can then separate those elements and then come back in the convergence to be able to come up with workable solutions, which you actually feel good about.
Exactly.
How's
Okay.
that?
And one of the other benefits of using the six thinking hats as a way to do collective brainstorming and solutioning is that these in the situations are also very specific to the individual. And this is how social learning differs from, say, formal learning, where you go to a workshop and go through a very specific set of tools or frameworks, etc. This one is just drawing on the collective wisdom, if you like, of the participants. And social learning has got tremendous value because we all come with different perspectives, experiences, and whatnot. So this is the ideal way to sort of tap on that in a fun, engaging, very lively, but also very productive kind of manner.
And a safe environment. I'm excited already. What can I say? So, James, I hope everyone who's watching this video also wants to sign up for your workshop as soon as possible. And we look forward to our first session coming up on the Zoom. Okay. So thank you
Thank you.
again, James. I'm
Thank you,
really
Leopold.
looking forward to it. And if you want to learn more, certainly reach out to myself or James. But otherwise, we'll see you at our first session and second or third or fourth as we unfold this and roll it out. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Leopold. Cut. Okay.